Head coach Mo Cassera, Shaquille Stokes. Coach, an opening statement about tonight's game.
So proud of this group. A week ago tonight, we lost by 29 points to Monmouth. Tonight we beat an NCAA tournament team with a first-round NBA pick. The energy, the effort, the excitement, the passion that these guys played with tonight was phenomenal. We turned the ball over a few times. We made some mistakes. As you all know, we're playing a lot of new faces and new guys, and that can be frustrating at times as a coach. I'm sure it's frustrating to watch at times, but you got to give this team so much credit for the way they battled back this week after what was a very tough opening weekend. I'm so proud of these guys.
Questions?
Coach, last year down the stretch, the endings of games seemed to cause a little bit of a problem. So far this year, it's looking pretty good. Just talk about down the stretch of some of the clutch play from you guys.
Well, we made some plays. We had a couple drives and we made a couple plays. I think if that basket goes in by Stephen Marconi there at the end, we probably win the game. Maybe by 4 or 5 points. I thought we really, it was a great drive. I think Shaq dropped it off to him and he had a good look at it and just didn't go in. But the guys were resilient. And I told these guys, the reason that we won that game is that they fought through some adversity. They're listening. They're finding, starting to learn what it takes to take coaching and take criticism, and that's a credit to these guys sitting with me here now.
Shaq, take us through those last 10 seconds or so when you knocked out the shot.
Oh, it was just crazy. I know Teron and Stevie kept calling for the ball. I waited them off like, nah, I'm going to have to shoot this one. So I just shot it and went in. I just want to credit my coaches, my teammates for working hard this whole weekend. Practice, great film. Coach Morgan had a great scout for us. And we executed our offense down the stretch. We got the win.
Mo, what made you decide to not use the last time out there and just go get in the shot clock?
I actually wanted to. I was just talking to these guys about in the huddle. Unfortunately, they got the ball in so quickly. Normally in that situation, 3 seconds, we had 1 timeout left. I would call a timeout, and we would probably try to foul.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I meant coming down.
You know what? That's one of those ones, Jerry, where as a coach you just have a feel. I didn't want to take a chance of losing an inbound pass, and we had the ball in our hands. We have our 3 guards out in the game. And at that point, it was, I was hoping worst case scenario would be going to overtime.
Well, why did you go to the 3 guards right in the final minute there?
I thought they were doing a good job defensively. I thought they were also, they were tough to guard. I mean, they had trouble guarding our guys, and we got some good fouls. Teron did a good job getting the foul line. Stevie did a good job driving, and obviously Shaq did as well.
Teron, for you, first game in a Hofstra uniform, how do you get back out there?
Felt great, I just want to credit my coaches and my teammates. It's been a long journey, a long 2 years since I've been on the court. There's been a lot of off-the-court stuff that I had to get through to get to this place, so I'm very proud of myself for making it back on the court and then playing as well as I did today. But I just want to give that credit to my coaches for sticking with me and believing with me through the whole thing.
Can you talk about you guys only had 10 turnovers tonight compared to 23 and 17 the first 2 games. What was the difference between?
We got tired of running them sprints.
Can I leave that one alone and then let that answer?
I can answer it, Coach. Coach really, that was one of the things Coach really emphasized to us this week in practice about taking care of the ball and at halftime and the pregame speech too about taking care of the ball and being strong with the ball. So, it's a lot of work in practice took towards that to make that possible.
Shaq, what were you thinking over there on the bench? You were out for quite a long time, and then you come right out and bang down 2 shots. What's the mindset when you're going into the game?
Well, we have a deep team, like a lot of guard play, a lot of bigs that can play. So I was there. I was just waiting for my opportunity to come back in, play defense, and do whatever it takes to win. Coach said do the small thing. You do the small thing, you win a big game. So I did a little thing. Turned out we got to win.
Stevie, obviously, Walters on South Dakota State, a pretty good player. You seem like you frustrated him a little bit with your defense, able to pick his pocket once or twice. What did you do to kind of affect him and you had him off at certain times?
Well, just stay in front of him. Just try to be a pest. Every time he has the ball, I'm just trying to be in front of him, let him know I'm there. But he's a great player. His numbers show. But most importantly, we got the win, so I'm glad about that.
Shaquille, is it more special for you knowing that a probable first-round pick is the guy who tied the game, you're the guy that answers that with a winning shot?
You could say it's special, but it's a long season. I'm not really worried about it. We got UDC tomorrow.
Coach, what do you think of the crowd tonight?
I thought the crowd was great. The energy was in there. I mean, it was so good to be back there. I mean, we were all into it. I mean, it was, got to thank all the students and all the marketing people and everybody in here that just helped us get all those folks in here tonight. It was a great atmosphere, and obviously it was a terrific game. You know, I was talking to Jerry Beach this morning on the way, and you know, he, if I wasn't feeling bad enough about being 0-2 and losing 2 games the way we did, he told me that Hofstra won our last 8 home openers. So I was driving into the office, and I just, you know, and again, I don't know if everybody in here realizes how good that team is. That team we beat today is an NCAA tournament team. They're going to win 25, 26, 28 games, and you know, they beat Alabama. They had Alabama beat down at Alabama. You know, so a great win for us, and obviously the streak continues, Jerry.
Coach, you shot 41.4% in the first half. How big was that to have a good opening to the game compared to your first 2 games?
You know, the first 2 games we played, we just struggled to score, and you know, a lot of credit to these guys. You know, Tehran came off, made a couple shots for us, got us going. You know, when that first shot went in Tehran, I couldn't. I mean, it was almost like the pressure just came off everybody, because all of a sudden we got another threat to score. He's got his feet underneath him, and then all of a sudden, you know, we put the ball in the basket, and it's amazing. When you're putting the ball in the basket, you play a little harder on defense. So, you know, credit to these guys.
Mo, what was the discuss the week? You know, the coach talked about what it was like coming off 2 really bad losses and trying to pull it together this week.
It was tough, you know, just going 0-2, especially by how many points we lost. But I give credit to my coaches and the team just because, you know, they didn't just quit on us. You know, they still was on. As coach was talking about, we might as well be in shape and go keep turning the ball over. So I guess that worked, but no, they was right on us, and he's making us work every day.
Coach, you talk about the challenge so early in the season before you guys maybe have your legs, you know, like you would later in the year playing 3 games in 3 days?
Yeah, it's a challenging tournament. You know, the one thing is we were in it last year, so we know what it's like. You know, we had a big win last year against Cleveland State, but we lost the other 2 games, you know, and you know, we told the guys in there, and Coach Morgan said, you know, this win doesn't mean anything. We don't go out and win tomorrow. So we enjoy it for a few minutes, and then that's the beauty of coaching. We get to go back and be miserable and watch film about NC the rest of the night.
Mo, what was the key on defense? I don't think they scored on consecutive possessions the entire second half.
I thought we contested every shot, Jerry. I thought, you know, they run some good stuff, and listen, Walter took a couple tough shots. I mean, you know, every time you thought you had him, I mean, you know, Jimmy Hall, you know, we have a freshman center essentially switch out on him. He's guarding him, turns his head for 1 second, they kick it back, and you know, he hits a shot. I mean, that's how good he is. And boy, I tell you what, they share the ball. You know, that's a very good team. They share the ball as well as any team I've ever coached against.
For you and Steve, you guys who suffered so many close losses last year, how satisfying is this? I mean, there's not a lot of guys in this team who know what last year was like on the court. How does this feel for you guys to win a game like this after losing so many this way last year?
Feels great. You know, last year we had a lot of close games. I remember a lot of close games, but it feels good just to mentally just be strong enough just to get this win. You know, like I said, I give a credit to these guys, especially guys that are not here right now, like Musa, Steven. You know what I'm saying? They all Jordan. They came in and gave great minutes. You know, they play hard. So.
Tehran, Shaquille, what was it like playing for the first time at the MAC with the fans there?
Well, I got it. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see these kids on campus all the time, you know, and for them to come out and cheer for you like that, you know, it's a great experience. You know what I'm saying? I can't come from a big school like Penn State. The student section was always pretty good, but we had a lot of atmosphere coming from that student section end of the day, and it felt great to go over and shake those guys' hands after the game.
Coach, until the very end, you did a pretty good job on Walters most of the second half. Can you talk about it?
Yeah, I thought we did. You know, let me tell you, he's a tough guard. I mean, I have a terrific staff. These guys have credited him a lot. I mean, we were arguing in my office for the last 3 days, every day, how we're going to guard him. I mean, you know, I walked out a couple times because we just, you know, we couldn't agree. And not that we couldn't agree, we just couldn't. It's a tough guard, and the way they passed the ball, and I thought the plan was good. We messed it up a couple times. You know, the play that actually really bothered me the most was the end of the first half. Because, and I said to the guys, if the shot clock's going down or it's the end of the game or the half, run at him, make him pass the ball and kick it to somebody else. And he actually hit a one late in the game too, where I think we backed off. And you know, but you know, again, he's a terrific player, and he makes you make mistakes.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.